Today is World Environment Day, and globally it's celebrated everywhere. And this year, 2024, is basically on land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience. Why are we saying this? And then we have captured it as land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience through nature-based solutions. We have realized that nature-based solution is the cheapest way to go, and also to ensure effective and efficient management of our environment. You ask yourself, the Akuapem Plain that connects to Kole and then Sakumono Lagoon, you ask yourself, can we construct what do we call storm drain, concrete storm drain all the way to Sakumono and then all the way to Kolegono? The answer is no. It's too expensive, and I don't think as a country we need to invest in that. But then we can also look at nature-based solutions by creating a canal, and this canal can be a very natural canal. We can plant bamboos, we can plant mahogany trees along to protect the buffer. This country, and even in our urban cities, we happen to come to an environment or live in an environment where we used to find a lot of, rivers, lakes, lagoons around us. But today in Accra, you ask yourself, where are they? This has been turned into gutters, which are not gutters. It's because of the way we are handling it, because of the way we are managing it. But then GDF Africa want to change the narrative, want to observe and commemorate this World Environment Day to actually rethink about the solution and consider nature-based instead of the traditional one that we are always doing, and then money that is being wasted at the end of the day. Look at the gutters that were constructed. They are caving in. Then it means we have to reconstruct it again with money. But assuming if we decided to actually use the nature-based solution we are actually promoting and advocating for, we could have protected that buffer. The riparian buffer area, which is about 35 meters on each side, even major river bodies about 85, depending on the activity next to it, it's not being implemented, or it's not being enforced in the country, which we are calling on all state institutions, especially the regulators, to look at it so that these things that we are calling gutters, these areas, storm drains that we are calling gutters, can actually be restored and turned into a very nice, reverse it into its old state of rivers and streams across. And this year, ours is on restoration. None of you even is aware that there is even a river inside, University of Ghana. But then we have discovered it, and then we want to protect the riparian buffer area to even meet the Center for Climate Change and Sustainability Studies Center. And at the end of the day, this trail, what we are calling it, the walk trail, it's actually a hiking trail where individuals can just make a journey in a form of exercise and also connect, with nature. The nature-based solution is not any abstract. It's something, like what you have seen over here. And GDF Africa, we want to demonstrate what we are talking about. So, for instance, Discovery Gardens, as you are here today, is full of plants. The pavement that we have done over here, we have grass in there. So the grass, what it's going to do is that when it rains, the storm water, the runoff water can seep into the ground. You get the point. And then, we have planted trees around for carbon sequestration. And then the ambient over here is different. So we are promoting that the river bodies, the so-called gutters that we call in Accra, can actually be protected by we planting trees along those buffer areas. And those are the nature-based solutions that we are actually talking about. And even it's in our building code, just that it's not being enforced. We are supposed to plant trees. Every household is supposed to have a tree, because your emissions, because I know a lot of people are keeping air conditions in their homes, and you ask yourself, all those emissions, where is it going? If you don't have trees in your house, where is it going to be sink? So we plant a tree to save our lives as carbon sinks, and these are some of the nature-based solutions we are talking about. If you have a house, your household, and then your waste, you can't just discharge it into the system. The nature-based solution, you just do a chamber, a small chamber, you put stones and charcoal inside to remove the odor. And then this is a small, nature-based solution that you can use to actually treat the water before it connects to the main drain. Because the drain that we call, whatever water is inside, is connecting to a river, a lagoon, a pond somewhere. So it's something that we need to look at and then make sure we observe it. We do it by taking some actions and then making sure that we do it and do it very well, so that Ghana will also be on its feet to meet the sustainable development goals that we are all envisaging. We are left with just 6 years, and you ask yourself, where are we? But all is not lost. Within the 6 years, if we are ready and if we want to commit ourselves to it, I believe we can be able to achieve that. And that is what GDF Africa stand to promote with all the people that is around here. We are planting 400 trees today, and it is our we have a target of planting more than 1,000 trees along. But today we are starting with 400 trees. Yes, last year we planted trees at Shikabu. Shikabu is another restoration site that currently GDF Africa is working on. Shikabu, if you ask of the history, Shikabu used to be, in Ghana, when they say Shikabu, Shikabu is like money well or something. And initially that place was used by the chief. He used to have a lot of cattle, and that is where they were taking their source of water from. And then with time, this place has been encroached, and this small Shikabu lake gradually is extincting from the place. And then we intervene to make sure we restore back, the ecology of the place, and even revive the water, which currently we have gotten to about 30%. Now the water is somehow revived, and we have created some reservoirs to hold a lot of water for the period. So that is where last year we planted trees. We planted about 300 trees there, and we are taking good care of them. Some are even above my height. We started actually 2 years ago. So the ones that we planted 2 years ago are even above my height. And that also encourages us to continue to do more. And I'm very happy about the Obojo Traditional Authority for the opportunity they gave us to use the land for that purpose, because wetlands are wetlands, and wetlands need to be protected for our own good. We cannot build everywhere. Wetlands are supposed to hold water and distribute it fairly, and it's supposed to hold the water and even reduce the pressure to avoid the flood issues that we are confronted with in Accra. So such, wetlands should be preserved in Accra, and there should be more of them. There are plenty around. Most of these areas are being filled for, construction, filling stations, among all these activities. But I think this is a very good time for us to reflect on it and then allow the wetlands to be. But then, if you look at our business approach, we are not just conserving it, but we are conserving and then manage it as well. So as you can see, this is a very beautiful place. We nurse flowers here. We sell flowers here. We sell pots. and we are still, keeping the ecology of this place. So it means that all these, lands, our side at Lakeside, for instance, is a wetland, and the place is being used for, events among others. But then we have even enhanced the ecology of this place. The ecology is there and is being utilized. So that is where we need to go. Every conservation need to have a sustainability plan. And that is what we are promoting now. That these wetlands can be preserved. We can also turn it into places, green spaces where people can actually utilize.